Jim, great turnout today at the wild card boxing. Surprised by that a little bit?
Very gratifying, tremendous turnout. My handwriting got worse and worse and worse. The signatures are less and less and less intelligible as the day went along, but to see so many people coming in, buying the book, paying respects, giving me a chance to thank them for their allegiance to boxing was just a wonderful day.
Did it surprise you how much, not just you, but the HBO boxing team meant to a whole generation of fans?
You know, I'd like to say it surprised me, and it would be gracious of me to say it surprised me, but in a lot of ways it doesn't, just because I've heard it so many times, so repeatedly over the years, and boxing fans are particularly emotional and devoted about their allegiance to the sport, and they had a wonderful thing with HBO boxing. There were no commercials. It was straightforward. We tried to be honest. Had Larry Merchant and George Foreman and Emanuel Stewart, et cetera, et cetera. So I understand why people miss it. I miss it too.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the devotion that they showed me here today at the Wild Card.
Well, Jim, about 7-8 days ago, you were in Times Square for one of the more unusual settings for boxing. Putting all of that aside of the quality of fights, was it good to be back?
It was great to be back. It was good to be back doing blow by blow. It was frustrating, as it sometimes is when fights fizzle and didn't produce anything in the way of the kind of fireworks that we had hoped would be the case. But that happens. That's not the first time that's ever happened in boxing, and my job was just to document that, tell the story, go forward, and I hope to get to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, is it like riding a bike, and was there any extra case of nerves given the circumstances?
Nerves are good.
Yeah.
Nerves stimulate you to focus and do better. Mm-hmm. If I had not been in some way nervous after 6+ years away from calling blow by blow, and it's not easy to replicate blow by blow for rehearsal, okay? Mm-hmm. Until you have a fight in front of you, and the fight is spontaneous. You're not doing what you do when you do blow by blow. So yeah, I was apprehensive. I was a little guarded at the beginning. The fireman versus cop fight, I was kind of finding my way in, etc. But then after a little while, it felt like, exactly what I had done in the past, and it wasn't easy to see what the stories were and what needed to be reported. And I thought it turned out as well as I might have expected.
Last question, will we see you again soon doing that?
I don't know. I certainly hope so.
Mm-hmm.
I have, as of that weekend in New York, a new employer of record. I like him, get along well with him, and we'll find out whether Turkey and his compadres want me back to continue calling fights. I hope that is the case.